Hi, this is Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. This is a battle on the Kharkov map, and we're following Kirjiel from Treaty Clan in his Tier 9 British heavy tank, the Conqueror. Uh, he's platooning with Saltarian from Treaty Clan, who's in an AMX 50-120. I'll just see if he's using the top gun. And he is too, yep. Anyway, he's got standard ammo loaded and heading to the normal place where the heavy tanks brawl. So we'll see how this battle turns out. Saltarian's heading up into the centre of the area. It's a bit of an open exposed place, so hopefully he'll get into a safe place there. Kirjiel coming here to an opening that can let you spot tanks coming through there. He's just trying to see whether he gets spotted to know whether there's any tanks behind those bushes. Sometimes you just need to fire a shot to drop your own camo, but given the range here, he'd probably be spotted if there was someone there. There's a gap right there, which could have tank destroyers in it, so good choice place to put a blind shot. But he didn't get spotted there, so quite likely that wasn't a hit, even though you didn't see a shell splash. Anyway, a couple of tanks have been spotted in the middle of the brawling area, and look, there's a Carnarvon Tier 8 British heavy tank. So he puts a shot through the turret there, which, is basically a Tier 10 gun in this tank. Now, I've got to say, the back of that turret basket looks like teeth to me. I don't know, just amusing, but anyway, just once you see it, I don't think you can unsee it. Anyway, it's just watching this window to see if tanks are going to turn up there. It's a good spot for a tank with a very strong turret to get a hold down position, but it looks like that Carnarvon's not going to risk it. He's just trying to offer a chance to draw a shot and then maybe shoot back, but that was a bit of a snapshot, and it looks like that didn't even connect. Anyway, he's got his first bit of damage there. You can see the damage per shot is around 400. So it looks like Saltarian's taken a little bit of damage, and probably from poking out there. Look, this Jagdtiger on the other side, and this Panther 2. Kirj puts a shot into him, and he's lit now, but so he's just not coming back yet. Looks like the Panther 2's retreated, and there's a 51-20 there. Bounces a shot off Kirj, but Kirj gets a shot in as well. Saltarian moves in on that 51-20, trying to put his clip in, it looks like, and Kirj is trying to come in and give support, but it's too late for Saltarian. He goes down, but the T28 takes down the 51-20 on the other side. So it's coming here to basically what used to be an area of empty ground with some obstacles in the old version of this map, but it's been sort of the map boundary's been redrawn to take away most of that area, so it's become a bit more restrictive, which aids, I suppose, a bit more close combat. There's a defender there, probably he's being attacked by other tanks, so he's going to get their rear. Takes a big hit from tank destroyers who look like they're in the bushes up there. It's a big hit. Took one hit from Scorpion G, which did 428 damage, but he's bounced a few rounds, taken some more damage there. Bouncing the Scorpion G. Now this Conqueror, which is followed on by the Super Conqueror, it's got a good strong turret, so he's keeping his lower and front plates covered mostly by this mound of dirt here, and you can see he's bouncing rounds from a Jagdtiger 88 with a slightly smaller gun than the Jagdtiger would have. The Jagdtiger's being a Tier 9, the Jagdtiger 88 is a Tier 8. The fact there is a Jagdtiger there, but looks like he's brawling with the T28. I don't know if that's going to turn out all that well. Now they are one tank down, but they're also a significant amount of hit points down. So we'll see where this goes. I don't know how all of a sudden they're 3 tanks down. There's quite a bit of tank deaths going on there, and they clawed one back. Sorry, apologise for my language there. So Kirjiel is coming here, just again being a bit cautious, doesn't want to waste hit points at this early stage of the game. He's going to get a shot on that Panther 2. No, he's behind a barrier, unless he pushes right around, as he's got to again be careful. Are there tanks lined up waiting for him to come around the corner? That Jagdtiger particularly, it's got a big alpha gun. He gets lit there, most likely by the Panther 2. Does duck into a bit of low ground there, but he would still be getting basically sight shots, or be a shot from the Jagdtiger if he was aiming at him, so a bit of luck there. Anyways, made that crossing successfully without taking any damage, and coming around here perhaps to get a shot on the Panther 2. Now another tank goes down, they're back to a 2-tank deficit, and again you've got to be a bit careful here. Tanks on the hill, but they seem to have control of the hills on this side at least at the moment. So can he come around and find that Panther 2 napping and get some damage on him? Sort of lining up this spot here, not getting lit again, so it gives him the confidence to push on a bit further forward. Okay, there's the Panther 2, it's just been spotted. He's going to get a chance to get a shot in. Doesn't look like it. I'd say Kirjiel is not interested in pushing right up. That Panther 2 is a one-shot, but there is unknown about the location of the Jagdtiger, and again the Jagdtiger's got a big alpha gun, so that is not something he wants to chance. Now the Scorpion has come up here. Luckily the shot from the Scorpion eats into his tracks, so he doesn't really take any extra damage, but did track him. Now no one decided to push in there, which is lucky for Kirjiel, and he notices the Jagdtiger 88 is coming around the corner, so can he give it a good welcome? Yes, he does. Shuts him down, sends him back to the garage, and that was Insidious Aussie from Cam Clan. They are still one tank down. They've very even in hit points now, so the game is evening out, but they've still got multiple guns in there. The Scorpion makes the mistake of trying to push in on the Conqueror. Now, I suppose the Scorpion is probably to its downfall. The gun traverses very slow, and as you move the gun, the bloom increases dramatically, so not really a great tank for rushing a target unless you know they're pretty unaware of your existence. Anyway, so still basically the Panther 2 and the Jagdtiger in front of him. The T-54 lightweight's out in the field, hasn't been seen, but it's probably trying to spot the tank destroyers on the hill and the arty. Now the enemy M53, M55 has already got 3 kills. It's going to be a dangerous player in this game, although luckily for Kirjiel he's in the middle of the building, so he's probably got a lot less risk there, but the tanks out in the field, they're going to be basically it's going to suffer from that tension. So again, he's just poking there to see is the Jagdtiger there or is he somewhere else. Now the Boarseekers move right up onto the tank destroyers up on the hill. He's going to proxy spot the tank destroyers there, the Su-130, but Kirjiel lines up where he thought he was and gets the kill on a blind shot as he goes dark, just as he fires, so pretty lucky there. But fortunate that he takes him out. There's still one tank down though. A little bit down on hit points, but still one gun less in the game. And 2 of his guns are artillery. Sorry, just looking to see how would he get spotted. Yeah, probably the Panther 2, could still be the Jagdtiger. So is he going to find an unwelcome guess there? Oh, it would have been the Panther 2. Just mixing it up now with the T-44. The T-44 is Beatle. Love the names that you get on the ANZ server. Beatle shuts down the Panther 2, but the Tiger GW Tiger P artillery has counter-batteried the Batchat 155, or probably less counter-batteried, but been spotted by the enemy tanks. Well, it looks like the Udis 3 on the enemy has moved up to help with spotting. Is he going to get a shot on the Jagdtiger? No, he's well behind buildings at that point. So basically Kirjiel is coming back to his own cap area here, hoping to protect it, because you can see the 2 enemies basically getting close. Now Beatle obviously gets lit and gets taken out by the M53, who's up to 4 kills now, and Kirjiel just basically pushing on pretty hard here. It's taking a risk now. The good thing is that that arty's just fired, or in fact there goes the GW Tiger P, takes out the last of the arties, so clearly that group's been lit up by the Udis or the Ag Tiger. So he's coming around here right at the back. You can see the red line there, coming to where the Ag Tiger was last spotted. Now, did he make a mistake there, just slipping off the shoulder and coming down to the bottom? Bit hard to tell, but okay, there's the Ag Tiger trying to cap. Now, hasn't noticed him, or he has certainly now that he's taken a hit, and Kirj has got to get up here and try and finish him off before he turns right around, which he does. So there goes the Ag Tiger, takes a hit from the Udis 3. He's still got plenty of hit points. He's at 934, so he's pretty much got half his hit points. Gets a good shot into the Udis, who's down to a one shot. Can he get another shot in before he disappears? Looks like the Udis is heading for the ditch, and there he goes. So yep, gets into the ditch just as Kirjiel fires. Now, just make a note, most of the ammunition being fired by Kirj so far has been standard ammunition, so that's certainly going to help his costs at the end of this. But they're back to 2 tanks down, and he's getting a bit of advice from his team there about what they think the Udis is doing. But it's basically the Udis and 2 arty now against Kirj, who is by himself. So he's the last man standing on his team. It's going to be a carry if he gets this across the line. There's still 2 tanks down, and although 2 of them are arty, so basically his task is to not get smashed by the Udis, who could go pretty invisible as far as camouflage goes. If he gets up on the hill and gets a shot down on Kirjiel, he could take enough hit points out of him before Kirj can close the distance on him and remove him, in which time the arty could basically have a good go as well. So anyway, so he's moving up here, trying to get back up to the enemy base, at least to where the arty are likely to be. No, stops and has a think there. Okay, just see what he's done there. He's just switched to HE, so he's thinking, okay, I'm getting close to the arty. Let's load HE and get the maximum bang for a buck. And look there, he spotted the M53-55, puts one shot in, 450 damage, bang. There he goes, he's up to 4.5k of damage now, and he wasn't spotted by the M53. They don't have great view range, and particularly was on the move. If you had binocs, then they wouldn't have been operating. So lucky for him, the enemy team will know the arty's been destroyed, but they won't necessarily know exactly from where. We've got a little bit of a ditch here that will give him some cover, but he's going to have to come out in a second. Is he going to get spotted? Yes, he is. Okay, where's the enemy? Most likely on the hill there. In fact, gets hit by the GW Tiger P, takes him down to 633. Bounced by the Udis 03, and so he's basically pushing here up to the hill, trying to get in before the reload, and the Udis will have to come out forward to shoot down on him, based on the way the hill shape is. But he's got to get there before the artillery reloads. So he's coming around here now. He should be dark in terms of the visibility. Is the Udis still up there waiting for him? That's definitely one question. Udis, basically, once it gets out of siege mode, it can travel pretty quickly, forwards and backwards, so it's a pretty mobile customer if you are trying to spot it down. In fact, you can see on the mini-map, the Udis is basically run all the way around. So you're going to turn before the Udis gets a shot on him. No. Well, in fact, he does. The Udis puts another round into him, 415 damage. That's big chunks the Udis has taken out of him. But what he's doing here, quite clever, keeping the building here between him and where he thinks the arty is. Gives him the best chance of survival. He was spotted, but he was on the lee of the hill, and now he can basically push forward and see if he can light the enemy artillery up. Definitely be in the ditch somewhere. That's the pretty much only place the artillery would likely to be around here. So he's heading down to where he thinks he might be from the particular direction he was last shot, and now he's spotted the artillery. Artillery hasn't seen him yet, and he will get around and he should reload before the artillery gets a chance to aim. His aim will be all over the place at this point, and it finishes him off. So look, fantastic carry there, 5,000 damage and 7 kills. So what were the results of that massive carry? He got the Ace Tanker Mastery Badge for the total experience he earned, the Pascucci's Medal for killing the 2 Arty, Steel Wall, High Caliber, and the Top Gun for getting more than 6 kills. So the High Caliber was based on getting 5739 direct damage, and the Steel Wall for doing 2430 blocked, which well exceeded the hit points of his own tank. 1381 base experience, and the amount of damage he earned there was more than double the next player in his team, and the rest of the team were pretty disappointing, and that indicates how well behind they were for most of the game. And he obviously pulled that back as he went through the game. Good spread of damage from the top players on the other team, so well done to them, but they couldn't hold it together. 26 shots fired, 16 of those hit, quite a few blind shots fired there. 16 shots penetrated, so every shot that hit did damage, which is a good result. And he still made a decent amount of credits, mostly firing standard ammunition. Anyway, great game, Kirj. Good to see.